Chappell
in the Gangster Goodies kitchen. Tracey, thank you so much for taking the time to come today. I know you're busy. She's running a campaign, y'all. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. And so I know you got a lot going on, and you squeezed us in. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so happy to have you. I really, really am. And I'm excited about this dish you're going to teach us.
Well, let's get started.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so today I am cooking a baked spaghetti.
Okay.
This is for individuals who have kids.
Okay.
Like I do.
Okay.
I have 4 boys.
Really?
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
let's stop for a second. So you
Okay.
have a hubby and 4 boys.
Yes, I do.
I
do.
Nice.
I do.
Aww.
Yeah, it is all.
Y'all take a look at this beautiful photograph of Tracey's family.
And so those who know, if you are working a full-time job, and if you even have your spouse at home who works a full-time job,
Yes.
you have to also not only work your job, but you have to cook for your family.
Yes.
Yes. So for me, I'm constantly on the move.
Okay.
So I am one of those individuals that I need quick dishes.
Okay.
So this is
Okay.
a really quick dish that you
Okay.
can put together.
Okay.
That's super easy, but at the
Nice.
same time, it's super yummy.
Nice.
Okay.
I've never had baked spaghetti, so I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna start off with our noodles.
Okay.
We're gonna boil them.
Okay.
That's simple enough.
Okay.
You have a saucepan, put water in it.
Yes.
And put your noodles.
Yes.
Okay, and you're gonna boil them for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
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 At the same time, if you can do this,
Okay.
you need to brown your meat.
Okay.
So for me, I like to use turkey.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Ground turkey.
Ground turkey.
Okay.
And so I brown my meat on the stove.
Okay.
And once both of them are done, then I start combining my ingredients in a pan like we have here.
Okay. All right.
And I'm gonna put everything in here.
Okay.
And at the same time, and let me back up a little bit.
Yes.
When I'm cooking my noodles, when I'm browning my turkey,
Okay.
or it's people who want to use ground beef, you can do that as well.
Okay.
I go ahead and I set my oven to 350.
Ah, okay. So this is going to go in the oven.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I multitask.
Look at you.
I know, right? I'm
Yes.
multitasking.
Love it.
So what we're gonna do, the stove is going.
Okay.
It's on 350. So noodles are done.
Okay.
The turkey, ground turkey, is done.
Okay.
So let's do this.
Got
We're
it.
gonna take our noodles.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we're gonna put them in here.
Okay. And I see you're just kind of spreading them out.
Yes, you definitely
Okay.
want to spread them out.
Okay. Okay. Wow, look at that. Okay.
So we have our noodles here.
Okay.
And then we're gonna take our ground turkey.
Okay.
And we're gonna also put it in here.
Nice. So if you made a big pan of that, that could be dinner for 2 nights.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Busy
Yes.
moms?
Yes. Yes.
My daughter would love this.
We need this because, like I said before, with 4 boys,
Mm-hmm.
we can't cook every night.
Oh,
we just can't do it.
Yeah, that's
So
not realistic.
it's not going to happen,
It just-
right? It's not going to happen. So I strongly encourage people to have a really big pan.
Got it. Yes.
So you have leftovers for the next day.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
So then you're going to have your sauce
Okay.
here that we're going to also put in here.
Nice.
Yeah. We're going to make sure that we have everything out of here.
Okay.
Put all the sauce in here.
Okay.
Yeah. Clean these edges so that it doesn't drip. Let's
Yes.
see.
And I'll move all of this stuff out of your way for you.
Yeah. Put this
There
over
we
here.
go. Uh-huh.
So then we start to really we're going to mix this up.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it wouldn't be any different than when you do it on top of the stove.
Got
Okay.
it. Okay. Got it.
Yeah. So you're
Okay.
going to mix this up.
Okay.
And then I put a little cream cheese in there.
Mm.
I know, right?
Look at you.
I know, it's a little bit different.
I like
So I'm
that.
going to grab the cream cheese here.
Okay.
And I'm going to put it in here because it makes it super creamy.
Oh, yes.
It does. Very moist.
I put cream cheese in my mac and cheese.
Do you?
Mhm.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I think I'm going to try.
Yes.
So yeah, we're taking this
Okay.
and so we're mixing it up.
Got
really
it.
good.
Okay.
So we have our cream cheese in here. And then what I like to do, because it's almost like pizza,
Okay.
I take pepperonis.
Ah,
I know, right?
I love it.
And you can use the small pepperonis,
Okay.
the size that we see on pizzas.
Yes.
You can use that and put it on top of your dish.
Okay.
Or you can use the bigger ones like this right here.
Yes.
Yeah, when you're definitely short on time.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to lay them out.
Okay.
Lay the pepperonis out.
Okay.
Like this. Let's
Look at
see.
there.
I know, right? So we're going to lay them out like this. I'll take one more.
And I'm going to let everyone see what that looks like,
Very
you know, so
good.
they'll have an idea of what it should look like when they make this at home.
Absolutely.
Look at there, y'all. It's all layered up. It's almost ready for the oven.
It is.
Nice. Yes.
Okay.
So now they know what that looks like.
Yes.
Yes.
And then, and for those, what we're gonna do next, and the final thing is to put cheese on top.
Okay.
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 So we're gonna sprinkle cheese all
Nice.
over. We're gonna cover it. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
With cheese.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mmm.
Yeah.
Y'all, I can't wait to taste Tracey's baked spaghetti, y'all.
Yes.
So we're going to put this in the oven and we'll be right back. I'm going to tell you how fire it is. And we're going to learn more about Tracey and her run for Jackson County Prosecutor, y'all. We'll be right back. Okay, y'all, we are back. Oh my God. Y'all take a look at Tracey's baked spaghetti. Doesn't it look good? I cannot wait to taste it. So, okay, we already cut this and I get a taste. And y'all know I love to eat, so I'm over here like a little kid in a candy store.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's see. How should I cut it? Does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Ooh, look
It's
at
like yummy.
Oh my God. Look at all that.
Oh my goodness.
It looks so good.
And you know that you're gonna have leftovers.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Leftovers are wonderful.
Yes. Okay, I think I got us. So, Tracey, is this one of your boys' favorite dishes?
It is.
Aww.
It is. And it's my favorite because it's super easy. Yes.
I love it. I love it. Now, you know what? I always ask people to share like one of their favorite food memories, maybe something when you were growing up or a tradition that maybe you have started with your own family.
Yeah. You know, when I was growing up, because I'm from Alabama.
Okay. Okay.
And so
you're Southern belle.
I am a Southern girl. That I am. Yes. So growing up, I had my grandparents that I lived around, and my great grandparents.
Oh wow.
That we lived around. Yes.
Wow.
And so for the holidays, for my great grandmother, I just remember cakes and pies just filling the kitchen.
Oh wow.
I mean, food everywhere. And so you'd have two generations there, my great aunts and the cousins and everyone that would come around. And it was just, and my great grandmother was the matriarch of the family.
Okay. Yes.
And so what was crazy, I had a ma, and across the street was Madea.
Okay.
We had a real Madea.
Okay.
Yes, we did have that. Yes.
So for us who may not have Southern connections, ma, tell us what a ma is, because my mother had a ma.
She had a ma.
And then one of her cousins had a Madea.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's a great grandmother.
Okay.
That you're dealing with.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's that motherly.
Yes.
Obviously, it's still your grandmother.
Yes.
But that matriarch of the family.
Okay.
Is who that is.
Okay.
And so my grandmother's mother was Ma.
Got it.
My grandfather's mother was Madea.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. I know.
That's
right?
so cool. I love it.
So we had that. But I just
Okay.
remember just the close-knit family.
Yes.
And really during the holidays, how everyone would come to the house and you had all of the spread that was laid before you, and you could have anything that you wanted to have, and it was really good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes.
One of the reasons why we do this is because we do believe that the kitchen and cooking together is uniquely positioned, you know, to help bring families and communities together one meal at a time.
Absolutely.
And historically, that's what we've always done.
Absolutely.
You know, so it's like, mamas, get back in the kitchen.
Please.
Get your babies in the kitchen, you know? Yes.
Please
Okay,
do that.
now I'm ready to taste. Let's taste.
Okay.
Yes. I should have got us some water. I didn't even think about that. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
Get one of these pepperonis.
See?
Okay, now, when something is good in the Gangster Goodies kitchen, Tracey, we say it's fire. F-I-Y-A-H. This is fire.
Well, I thank you.
Yeah.
I thank you.
Oh my goodness, y'all. She's a boss, but she can cook too, okay? I love it. Okay, I'm going to take another bite before I ask a question. Okay.
I'm listening.
So, and then I'm going to be eating while you are answering questions.
I'm talking.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll...
So Tracey, tell us about Tracey. Who is Tracey? Where you from? Where'd you grow up? How'd you end up in Kansas City? Give us the skinny.
Oh, absolutely. So I am not from Kansas City. I am from Alabama. So I was raised in a town called Alabaster, Alabama, which is about 30 minutes south of Birmingham.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I am one of 6 children.
Okay.
And I fall in the middle.
Okay.
So I've always been the outlier in my
really?
family. Oh, absolutely.
Okay, I can believe that.
Yeah,
Yes.
I am.
Yes.
And so, growing up, my parents were divorced.
Okay.
But they still raised us together.
Okay.
They did
Awesome.
that. So they were very much involved in our lives.
Awesome.
But when I graduated from high school, I went to college.
Okay.
And my second year, I met a gentleman on the Army base.
Okay. Now, what college did you go to?
Jacksonville State University.
Okay.
That was in Alabama.
Okay.
And so when I met him on the Army base, he was going to be transferred to Fort Leavenworth here in Kansas.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I was about 19 at the time, and I started traveling back and forth from Alabama to Kansas.
Okay.
Sometimes by myself, driving.
Wow.
That's what love will do to you.
Oh my goodness, yes. Sweet love.
Right. So, when I graduated from undergrad, I moved here. I was 20 years old.
Okay.
So I left my family and everything that I ever known behind, and I moved here.
Wow.
Not only for him, but also for law school.
Okay.
Yes.
So did you go to law school at KU?
No, I went to law school at UMKC.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
Now, I knew I wanted to be a lawyer ever since I was about 7 years old.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Wow. So you just, you know what? See, people like Tracey, look, I had no clue, okay? I'm playing with my paper dolls, playing jacks. What I wanted to do didn't even come across my mind. But, so I have just had an epiphany, y'all. Okay. So we know, and I can't remember the name of the case, but there was a man who was killed by KCPD 18 months ago.
Cameron Lamb.
Is that who his name was?
Well, there was one. Let me be clear. Cameron Lamb was killed December 3rd of 2019. And then there was a Terrence Briggins.
I can't read. It's one of those two.
Okay.
But it's just now the officers are just now going through some sort of prosecuting thing. Sure. So my epiphany, y'all, it's election year. So now, all of us, because of that power.
Absolutely.
Why did it take 18 months?
Well, like you said, it's an election year.
Wow.
It's an election year. And I always tell people this. I said, when, you have something involving the police officers, obviously they're going to investigate. Mm-hmm. If it's a excessive use of force or if there's a shooting, they're going to investigate to make sure that it was justified. That's one layer of investigation. I am of the mindset that the prosecutor also needs to perform their own independent investigation to make sure that that shooting was justified or that use of force was also justified, and not just say, okay, the police officer cleared themselves or it's been investigated, that's enough for us.
So wait a minute. So the prosecuting attorney doesn't do their own, currently they don't do their own investigation?
Many of them were not even doing the investigations. They were allowing, just once the police department said, hey, we've sent this to maybe the FBI or another policing jurisdiction, and that other jurisdiction has determined that this was justified, it was just let go. And the prosecutor would not prosecute, would not investigate what was going on there.
Y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Wow.
So when you're just now seeing the indictment of these officers, I understand why the police officers are a little upset, because this has never happened before.
Yes.
This has never happened.
And it's 18 months old.
Right. But
So-
it's an election year. I keep saying that. Just remember that.
God, I just had that epiphany. Yes.
It's an election year, and now you have police officers that are being indicted by the Jackson County Prosecutor's Office when they were not in the past. Yeah.
Wow. If I had some tea, I would just sip my tea on that. But I got another bite of this baked spaghetti, so I'm going to have another bite of my baked spaghetti. What?
Yes.
Wow.
And you have to do that. And so that's why. So I understand the importance of that. And let me tell you this, Sheila. The reason that the community, one of the reasons that they have been in such an outrage is because, when there's an officer shooting or there is an excessive use of force case, when they are taken to the grand jury by the prosecutor, if the prosecutor comes back and says, well, the grand jury did not return a true bill or they did not indict that individual officer, that's all the community is left with. They don't know why. They don't know what evidence was considered. They don't know anything. They just know that the media has portrayed them and said, here's what happened on this street at this time. And you may have a snippet of, a police officer's interaction with someone in the community. That's all the community gets.
Wow.
And then the next thing they hear about the case is, well, there's not going to be any indictment. There's a lot of information that's missing there.
Right.
And so that furthers the divide
gap.
of distrust between the police and the community.
Absolutely. Yes.
That's why it is necessary, even with my platform, to have a conviction and integrity unit, a unit that is comprised of individuals from the community. You also need people from internal affairs on there.
Yes.
You need a criminal justice professor.
Yes.
I think you need a defense attorney.
Yes.
And a prosecutor to come together and have that second look at the cases involving police officers.
Yes.
So when you have the community being involved in that,
absolutely.
Then if there's not enough evidence there to move forward with the case to bring it to trial, at least someone from the community can say, hey, we saw the evidence.
Yes.
And this is why this case should not be moved forward.
Yes.
You have to bring the community along.
Yes.
You just have to do that.
Yes.
And that is imperative in closing this gap of mistrust that's currently there.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Y'all. Oh my God. I could sit here and talk to you for hours.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It is a lot.
It's a lot.
Tracey, what should the voters in Jackson County know about you and what you're going to do different when elected Jackson County Prosecutor?
Thank you.
You're
very
welcome.
much. Thank you for that. I was like, even my shirt. Yeah.
Yes.
Tracey Chappell for Jackson County Prosecutor.
Yes.
But the conviction and integrity unit is one of those things.
Yes.
And it's very imperative that we do that, considering the times and the events that are currently happening.
Absolutely.
In Kansas City.
Absolutely. I agree.
You have to do that. And then you have to actually prosecute crime in an even-handed fashion.
Yes. Say that again.
You have to prosecute crime in an even-handed fashion. You have to do that.
Yes. Yes.
I cannot tell you the number of times that I have seen people who are African American, they get a much tougher sentence or a recommendation from the prosecutor's office than their counterparts. Why is that?
Yeah. Yeah.
It should not
It
be
should
that
not
way.
be that
It
way.
should not. If you're going to prosecute crime, it should be prosecuted even-handedly across the board.
Yes. Yes. Equality every way.
And I think that's all people can ask for.
Yes, absolutely.
At the end of the day, that's
Yes.
all you want
Yes.
is fairness,
Yes.
justice, accountability, and transparency.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I love that. You said equality, transparency, and fairness
and
and accountability.
Yes.
We're going to put them words up there because we want people to see them words. Darren's going to put them words up there because that's, it's so important.
It is very important.
We're coming in the home stretch.
Yes.
So election day is right up on us.
Yes, it is. November 3rd.
November 3rd.
November 3rd. Yes.
Okay. And so there's been a lot of stuff in the, news about people's polling places changing. Is there like some sort of hotline number that people can call if they find that they have any issues at the poll?
There is contact your, depending on where you live.
Okay.
If you live in Kansas City,
Okay.
call your Kansas City election board.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll put that number up there. Kansas City election board. Yes.
And if you live in Eastern Jackson County, it's the Kansas City, the Eastern Jackson County election board.
Okay. Awesome.
Yes. Contact your election board because you're starting to see, and I'm starting to hear a lot of cases where people are saying, oh, this didn't work right at the polls, or this didn't, So they definitely need to reach out to those individuals immediately.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Got it. So what else would you like to say to the voters of Kansas City?
I will say this. As we walk into this election season, I really want us to all be engaged in the process.
Yes.
This is really an important election year. We have people that have been in office and especially my opponent, who's been in office for the past 9 years and has not performed to the level that she should have. In 2020, we are looking at over 150 murders.
Wow.
And we have not gotten to December.
Wow.
We're looking at that. And people are feeling like, I cannot trust the police departments. I cannot trust the prosecutor. I'm going to take matters into my own hands. I want people to know, as your next Jackson County prosecutor, you can trust Tracey Chappell because I will prosecute those cases. And not only that, but I will protect the victims and the witnesses who want to tell us what's going on and who has really harmed their neighborhoods.
Yes.
But more importantly, I tell people to get engaged in the process.
Yes.
And get engaged means going to vote.
Yes.
You have to do that.
Yes. Go vote, y'all. Go vote. I was telling a friend a couple of days ago, she says, well, and early voting is great. That's awesome. For me personally, I take my ancestors with me.
Yes.
And they love it. They're like, yes, baby. Because we couldn't go. You go in there and you carry us on your shoulders. They are all, and I feel their presence every single time I go.
And I will tell you this, Sheila, being from Alabama.
Yes.
I vote at every single election.
Yes.
Because when when my ancestors, and it's not been that long ago. It's not been that long ago.
Not at all.
When you're hosed down with the water hoses and have the dogs out on you and things like that.
Yes.
You're being beaten and all manner of things are happening to you because you simply want to vote, to exercise your right to vote.
Yes.
There's no way that I can stay at home and not vote.
Absolutely.
I couldn't
Me
do
neither.
it.
Me neither.
There's no justification for not doing it.
I totally agree. No matter how disgruntled we get with the system, with the situation, that's like, to me, saying, in a family, you kind of get disgruntled with what's going on with your family. Do you just turn your back?
Nope.
You're there and you work through that stuff.
Yes.
You know, and that's, Black people, go vote. Please vote. And if you're in Kansas City, you know who to vote for Jackson County Prosecutor.
Yes.
Tracey Chappell, Vic, y'all.
And actually, the entire Jackson County.
Yes.
Yes, if you live in Jackson County.
Yes. Okay, so that includes Independence. That's wherever Jackson County spreads.
Yes, Lee Summit, Lone Jack, Green Valley, Oak Grove, Sugar Creek.
Nice.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, Blue Springs.
All of that.
All of that.
Is Jackson County, y'all.
Yes.
Where y'all at?
Yes. But one thing I want to leave you with.
Yes.
Many people, and I've been hearing this, and I just really want to address it, that I am on the Republican ticket.
Okay.
Yes.
See, that don't matter to me, Tracy. But go ahead. Because it may be somebody out there that matters to.
It matters.
Yes.
You know, to some people it does.
Yes.
And I like to tell people it's a label. Because first, you know, we talked, and I'm an African American woman. I have African American boys.
Yes.
4 to be exact. And my husband's African American. And it is my religious beliefs that have aligned me more with that party than the other party. But it's all the same. It's a label. Okay?
Absolutely.
And that doesn't mean that I'm on a national level and I'm talking in a certain manner against people. That's not what that means. But that still doesn't negate the fact that I'm going to change our criminal justice system for the better.
Absolutely.
So that it is just and fair. You know, all those things that we talked about.
Yes.
It's going to be that.
Yes.
So I don't want people to get hung up on a label.
Yes.
And say, oh my goodness, she's Republican, so what does that mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that I'm racist.
Yes.
It doesn't mean that I'm against a certain group or not. What that means for me is that I am going to change the system to make it equal and fair for everyone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you. And for me personally, I mean, I have always voted on both sides of the ticket, so that's neither here nor there. But, you know, again, for people out there who may be concerned about that, what we have to remember too is that we are one people.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and so, you know, even if you're playing sports, there's always that team and that team. You know, and so, but it's still they're all trying to get whatever their message is out, whatever their goals are, out to the people, to the masses, you know?
I don't care what label or what package it comes in.
Yes.
It's corruption.
Exactly.
You know, when I see an individual attorney or prosecutor withholding evidence, I don't care what label it has.
Right.
It's still withholding of evidence.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And it has to be remedied.
Yes.
And I don't think we look at those things for what they are. We are always looking at the label.
The label.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So once we remove that label,
absolutely,
then we can really see it for what it is.
Absolutely.
And keep moving forward, because we have to unify this county.
Yes.
We have to move forward.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Thank you so much. November 3rd, y'all, don't forget to go out there and vote. And know what you're voting for. You know, like Tracy said, get engaged.
Yes.
You know, and if y'all want to tap in, we'll put up her website, her contact information. You got a couple of weeks that you can tap in. You want to canvas, you want to make some calls, you just want to say, hey girl, we like what you're doing. She would love all of that. So, yes, thank you so much. Peace out, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.